Okay guys, so we've just come back from the opening and the closing plenary of the LCA, which is convened after 4 days of fight over agenda, where the G77 countries, the developing countries, which is us, we've stood for basically having an agenda that's based on the Bali roadmap and which is more comprehensive and balanced rather than just locking down what's being done in Cancun and progressing with that, which is what the US has been saying. I've been doing this process for the past 2 years and I don't find, it's not an amazement or awfully surprising to me that they actually took 4 days to do this. So I would like your perspective, since you're fresh to this, as to how you feel this process is, and maybe explain to me a little bit about your tracking experience. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's my first experience. There was some bad, there was some good. I quite happy tonight. There's something comes out from the plenary that they agree about the agenda, which means I think there will be some kind of roadmap from to Durban, what will be happening in Bonn, and what's upcoming agenda in Durban. I think is I hope that it will make some a good track to a negotiator to discuss furthermore.
So carrying on from that, apparently they said that they will be organizing a few intersessionals even before June and Durban, so that they have more negotiating time to drill this out. Have you talked to your negotiators? What do they think of where we're going at from now, and what are the key problems, or what is the key good thing? I mean, what's the Chinese one?
The Chinese perspective is very simple, that we need to stick to the Bali Road plan, and we are heading for Bonn and the ban this December. And what they look for is that the balanced and comprehensive agreement on different aspects. But for my personal perspective, I think that although we have kind of compromise on the agenda, which got quite good success for the G77 and the China group. However, we did not have a very good progress on the KP track, which is the Kyoto Protocol.
So I was going to pick up on that because I made an intervention today at the KP negotiations. Finally, after 2 years of stalling my ambition to take up the podium and say distinguished delegates, I have finally done it. But apart from that, KP is the second commitment period is still not clear, and even though there was the stock taking plenary basically said that we have general consensus on how the discussions really progressed and real discussion progressed, and countries really laid out what exactly was stopping them. And we're somehow moving forward with Tuvalu, who was proposing that the parties, the Annex 1 parties as the developed country parties, actually propose to give what their preconditions are, as in what they want other people to do or what they want from us developing countries, so that they would want to take the second commitment period up. I mean, that was basically what it was revolving around, because for the past few days the debate has always been whether rules should come first or commitment should come first, or political action, and the strong sense of having a ministerial meet in either June or later on. So that's what's been happening in KP, but I think China is vital in KP, pushing it ahead. What about Thailand? What about
Yeah, I think
Indonesia?
Thailand. I think ASEAN countries and especially Thailand as the host for this Bangkok Climate Talks, I think they want some extension for the KP periods. But I think in the plenary we can see that developed countries, Japan and other developed countries won't sign the second period. So I think it's quite a lot of big things to do for the negotiator, how we can overcome the situation. I think G77 and China and developing countries already have a commitment, but the critical point is how developed countries should come up with the bigger, greater, ambitious target. I think
apart from the KP and the LCA, what really happened was before the conference, the negotiations really started, which were the pre-sessional workshops, which got a huge applause, even in the LCA final plenary, where countries were saying it was an excellent initiative. It to put things into perspective at what countries have done, what countries can do, and how much action was really taking place on the ground. So there was a lot of call of having more workshops like this in the future, and how those workshops will link into the negotiations, you know.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I think we've had really successful actions as well, being done by the youth. We all presented one. What would you like to tell us about the ice cream action?
Ice cream, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like yesterday morning, we have a very successful campaign, which like we hand out the ice cream to all the delegates coming to the UN Center. That we have the slogan to say, it's time to stop warming and just keep cool and have some ice cream.
So how many ice creams did you give out?
I give one more than 5.
No, that's 5 minus 1 because you gave one to me.
That's terrible.
But apart from the ice cream action, what else was going on? Like there was some design action. What was that?
Sign action.
Yeah. There was
even
an action.
about that.
Yeah, that people were dressed up in different like climate weather conditions. But anyways, I mean, but more than that, there was a 350 biking action as well when we opened out, which really got a lot of attention and had a lot of mass mobilization outside the UN building.
This morning action as well from the monk and from the religious action. I think it's quite stressed.
We were all busy tracking at that time.
Yeah.
Were we inside the building or outside?
Yeah, inside the building.
Ah.
But I heard from the Ken people
it was a
huge
action.
success because Christina.
That's great.
Because Christina got the message and she agreed that this kind of global warming is everybody.
Which reminds us that we've just come back by getting a picture with Christina together, so we're going to rush back and see whether we can get a picture with the LCA chair or the KP chair or maybe a few more important people like the security men who guard the closed meetings, you see, and the food people who give us things for free. So
Kapun kap.
So this is from Thailand. We're saying Swadi Nini Kopkun Ka.
Sawadee kap.
And these two mongrels will see you in Bonn later on. 1